Let's talk about the talking stage. Yes, that stage before a relationship becomes official. If you are a believer navigating the season, let me hold your hands while I say this. Being Christians is not enough. There's something called compatibility. They might be perfect, they might be good people, but it doesn't mean they are perfect for you. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Blessing Damilola, and in this video we're going to be talking about the talking stage. Without further ado, let's dive right in. The talking stage is for clarity. It is where you get to know the person and decide if they are truly who you want to end up with. One person might even be interested before the talking stage, or in some cases, the two parties are interested from afar. But it is in the talking stage that you go close to them and get to know things about them and make your decision. Sometimes people get introduced to each other by mutual friends. Oh, I have a single friend and I know you are single and open for a relationship. I can introduce you to someone. Because you are introduced to each other on the basis of relationship happening does not mean that you just dive right in. You would want to get to know them, get to know who they are, try to be friends. However, this is not just ordinary friendship because there's an intention of a relationship happening. You are open to a relationship, and that is where the talking stage comes in. I'm sure some millennials might not be able to relate to the talking stage, but even in situations where you already know, you are convinced that this is the person you want to go into a relationship with, there's that period where you try to go close to them, to get to know them and be friends with them. Yes, it's that period that the Gen Zs have tagged the talking stage. It's that period that you get to know them for who they are, know what makes them tick, know their values, know their goals in life, their genotype, and ask just necessary questions before proposing and making your intentions of wanting a relationship known to them. Like I said earlier, at this point of the relationship is not yet defined. Don't go giving relationship benefit to someone you are not in a relationship with. The talking stage is for clarity and not for emotional attachment. It's for you to go into it with your eyes open. It's not blinded by love yet. With your eyes open and your mouth open with questions, asking them necessary questions and just getting to know them. However, if you have been talking to someone frequently for a couple of months and it looks like nothing is forthcoming, it is time to define the relationship. It is time to ask the question of, where are we going? What are we doing? I mean, you can't be talking to me every blessed day for months and you just want us to just go with the vibe. It's very important to ask the questions because some people are time wasters, sadly enough, even believers. So it's good to ask that question so you can know what to do and be open to other people. I remember when I was not, before I got into a relationship with my husband, there's this person I was talking to, we're constantly talking, and I knew that for him, it's not the type to talk to ladies randomly, at least the way he was engaging me. So I could tell that something was forthcoming. However, I noticed that after a while, nothing was forthcoming. So I had to ask the question, yes, this our communication is not friendship level, it's far beyond that. So what are your intentions? I had to ask because I needed to know and make a decision as well. And he answered and he was very sincere. He told me he's still trying to check out, gauge what we have. And to him, basically, it was also a talking stage. He was trying to make a decision. I said, that's very fine. At least I know what your intentions are. So it's very good to ask questions. There's nothing wrong with asking questions if after a while, please emphasis on after a while, not someone you are just meeting and you're asking what are we, what do I even know you? Or someone they have only been talking to for a couple of weeks, you're asking what are we? People are friends or strangers. It only applies to people that have been talking for a while. It's good to define the relationship, because a lot of times one person might be in a talking stage and the other person is just being friends. And this is a very tricky situation, and that is why it is good to ask questions, because what you are seeing as talking stage to the person might just be being friendly, and that's how they are with a couple of other people. And that is why it's good to take this talking stage to talk, because in your talking you're able to tell that this person has other people they are, committed to, they are constantly talking to, or this is how this person just talks to people. There's not, let me not read any meaning to it. It's good to observe and ask the right questions at the right time. What are the red flags you should look out for in a talking stage? Number one red flag are people that want access to you without commitment. They just want to talk to you. They want the benefit of a relationship, that closeness with you, having that access to you without the necessary commitment. If you observe that even after you have asked, there's really nothing, they didn't give a direct answer and it's looking like it's not going anywhere, it's good for you to withdraw and guard your heart. Because like I said earlier, it's time for clarity, not emotional attachment. When you begin to observe that you are getting emotionally attached and it looks like it's going nowhere, withdraw and guard your heart. Another red flag are people that are inconsistent. Today they are love bombing you, they are talking to you, dropping hints like, oh, you look like someone I would like to get married to, you'd make a good wife. Please note that these statements are not outright proposals. So even if someone says these things to you and they don't outrightly ask you to be in a relationship with them, do not assume and take that as a proposal. Back to my point, they are consistent today and tomorrow they ghost you for a while only to come back. You can see that inconsistency. That is a red flag. They might be going through things, they might need to heal, they might just be using you to fill a void. Observe this and withdraw when necessary. Another red flag are people that are talking to multiple people. They have multiple talking stages. It's okay to an extent to have multiple talking stages for a limited period of time, because you can't keep talking to plenty people and not make a decision. In the process of trying to decide, one or two talking stages might clash. However, if they have multiple talking stages and it persists for a long time, that is a red flag and you should guard your heart and withdraw. One thing I also want to talk about in this matter of talking stage is that when you have promised someone, like the example I gave where the guy had told me, oh, I'm still trying to make a decision if this is something I want to do and all of that. We had a conversation and we knew that the relationship was going somewhere. It would not make sense if the guy had ghosted me. He didn't ghost me, by the way. It would not make sense for the guy to just go cold on me without any form of explanation. In a situation where, to an extent, you have made promises or made an intention known to them, and it turns out they are not exactly what you want, or you have met somebody better or something, find a way to let them down gently. Don't just go off, don't just ghost them without any form of communication. Let them know in a very kind way, let them down gently. Just tell them, oh, it would have been good to get married to you. Whoever you would end up with will be very lucky and blessed to have you. However, just put it in a good way that you don't hurt their feelings and they get to have closure and move on with their lives as well. And a lot of times relationships like this can even be kept, it can grow to business relationship, people can still be friends. It doesn't have to always end badly, because there might be a reason why you both came together. It might not just be for relationship. It doesn't have to end on a very terrible note that both parties just block each other and it ends badly. So that's why it's good to consider them and let them down gently, because relationships should be valued. Having a talking stage will save you from a lot of heartbreaks, because before you go into this relationship, you have taken your time to observe, to discuss, to get to know them, to discern, and to know things about them that you don't even need to get into a courtship with them to see the red flags and to run. And when I say red flags, I'm not talking about very basic things. I'm talking about real red flags that would make you not want to continue a relationship with them. You don't have to necessarily go into a relationship before you start to see those things. And for brothers, it will save you hearing a lot of no's from sisters, because you have taken your time to get close to them, and you can even tell a lot of time the heart wants what it wants. You can tell when someone would say yes to you without just going on the front of a relationship. I mean, you are just getting to meet someone and you are proposing to them. Or for people that you are not close to, you don't even know anything about them, you just find them attractive, or maybe you are convinced that this is the person I want to do life with. It's good to get close to them. In fact, a lot of sisters just say no because they don't know you, and the first interaction you're having with them is proposal. The talking stage is a season of discernment, observation, and having conversations. It is not a relationship yet. However, it can save you a lot of heartbreaks, because things that will cause issue later in the relationship and cause it not to progress into marriage are already seen in the talking stage. If there are red flags, you are opting out even before a relationship. When I say red flag, I don't mean basic casual things. I mean real issues that can affect you later on. You are able to see it in the talking stage. I'm not going to sit here and tell you talking stage is a must. There are people that even from afar, the brother makes his intention known, talks to spiritual oversight, and they go right ahead into a relationship and it ends in marriage. It is not one size fits all. However, talking stage can help you to get to know things early. Things like genotype. It's not after you have proposed that you should be getting to know that, oh, this person is not compatible with me. And by then, there's probably emotional attachment, and you now have to start saying, oh, we have to break it, or, go through all that roller coaster of emotion. It's not needed when you could have gotten to know them before progressing the relationship into a dating relationship. I hope this video helps you. I hope you have gotten one or two things. If there are things you want to share in the comment section, please go right ahead and share. I'm sure people will be reading, and your comments might be the answer one person in the comment section is seeking. Thank you for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Share with your loved ones. Subscribe to my channel if you have not. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.